Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Tanisha and this is Twin Mom on a Budget, where double the love meets financial freedom. Join me on this incredible journey as I navigate the twin mom life while conquering debt one step at a time. From budgeting hacks to cash stuffing to tackling my debt, I'm here to share my experience and hopefully inspire others to crush their financial goals. So if this sounds like something you're interested in, please hit that subscribe button and join me on this journey. Hi guys, how's everyone's week going? Mine has been very interesting with this time change. I never look forward to the time change because it always takes me a week to adjust, but it has been a struggle this week for not only myself, but also for the twins. Um, I thought that I had got them on track, and then we got another element of fun. They both came back from daycare sick. So that is just causing just a little bit extra stress. I will say, trying to work from home already is a stressful, but I would say enjoyable experience. Like I enjoy having them with me during my day so I can take a break from work, go give them snuggles, play with them. We can do learning time, just all those things. So I definitely enjoy having that opportunity since I work from home 4 days a week with them. But when they're not feeling good, they do require just a little bit extra snuggles, especially my son. So, and right before this video, if I sound stuffed up, I started having a random sneezing fit. So I'm just all over the place today. But I wanted to make sure I got this cash planning done because cash planning and cash stuffing just keeps me so organized for my week and just makes things just a little bit easier for me. It's just one less thing I have to worry about while I'm dealing with them and making sure they're getting better so they can be okay. So with that being said, let's get started. All right, so this week we are cash planning for March week 3, and we will be cash planning for $1,355. But like the previous 2 weeks, we're actually only taking out the bank $855. So let's get started. So I hope you all are getting you're not missing out too much on your hour of sleep. And I don't know if you guys saw, if you follow me on Instagram or TikTok, I got a new wallet. I got this new binder from Aesthetic Bliss. Went on their Etsy. They were having a sale on these really cute binders. And I told you guys in my last video, I needed a new binder because the other one was falling apart. So here it is. I absolutely love it. So let's start with our binder like we do every week. Oops. All right. So let's start with dining out is going to get 20. And that's our normal. And we'll do a $20 bill. Essentials is going to get 25. So let's do a 20 and a 5. I hope any other moms out there are doing okay with this time change and just trying to keep kids on schedule. That's the hardest thing, especially with twins. So groceries is going to get 200. And I'm trying not to do hundreds with groceries just because I shop at a couple of different ones. It just makes it a little bit harder if I have to break 100. So let's do 250s. We'll do 4 20s, a 10. So that's 180. And then let's see, what's 180, 190. And then let's do 2 5s. Try to have some smaller denominations to make it a little easier. And next, nails, nothing. Spending. I did get my nails done and actually had $10 left, and I put that into my $10 savings challenge off camera, but that was nice. And so spending is going to get actually $11 this time. I had some extra like ones in my budget, so I thought I'd throw it in here. So let's do a 10 and a 1. It's just how my budget worked out with everything. Twins is going to get $10. So let's just do a 10. And I think I'm going to do this like I did last time, where we're breaking up in the kind of wallet. So we are, let's see, $13.55. So, okay, so we still have $10.89 remaining. And that's everything for the wallet. My little outfit is getting stuck. All right. Next up is my high priority binder. So we will be stuffing some categories that we haven't before, because I'm now a month ahead on those expenses. So that is great. So now I will be stuffing for April's payments for these particular ones. So as usual, annual subscriptions is going to get a 5. And we are so close to the Amazon Prime amount. Next up is Atmos. That's my gas bill. And actually my bills came in lower. So even though I was already a month ahead, I'm glad I pretty much, when I did my month ahead, I based it on like the highest amount that I've paid over the last 6 months. And my bills, actually, my gas bill and my water and trash bill came in lower, which was great, but I'm keeping that money in. I also have a little about $200 buffer in that bill account for the month ahead expenses. So those are just some of the things that I did with my bonus. So Atmos is going to get 35. And let's do a 20, a 10, and a 5. Car insurance, that is going to get 48. I do pay my car insurance monthly, just because my son is also on my car insurance. I used to pay it, let's do 2 20s, a 5, and then 3 1s. I used to pay it every 6 months, but he pays his own car insurance, but he's on my policy, and that's just a lot for him to do. So, and I don't mind. There's no difference with my insurance. It's not like a discount if you do. You do it one way or the other. So, car registration. Car registration is going to get $5. And we are setting this up to come out in July. CoServe is my light bill. So that is going to get 55. And that is a 50 and a 5. Diapers. We are going to do 25 for diapers. So we'll do a 20 and a 5. And what I'm doing with these bills that I'm now stuffing for, I'm taking, I talked about it in one of my other videos, it's just taking, like I said, the average bill, like the highest bill, I should say, over the last 6 months. And then I'm dividing that by 4, because I get paid semi-monthly, which means I get paid on the 15th and the last day of the month. So that's 2 paychecks. And then I split that up. I divide that by 2. So that's where I'm getting the amounts for these expenses. So lawn care, and I had to get them. They came out again because my grass looks beautiful. I love it, but definitely wish I had more time to put aside for this expense. So that's going to get 20. We'll just do a $20 bill. But I am glad I was able to get ahead some with this. Miscellaneous. Let's see, that's going to get 25. So back to like the twins being on schedule and kids being on schedule, like that was one of the best pieces of advice that I got when I started researching, like, okay, what does being a twin mom look like? Because I know most people are like, oh, I would love to have twins. I always wanted twins. And I was like, no. I'll be honest. Like, that was never a dream of mine. I mean, I'm so blessed and thankful for them, but that was never like, oh, I want to have two babies at one time. Renters insurance is going to get a 5. So, yeah, so I started just doing a lot of research. There are other twin moms who have Instagrams, and there's actually a twin app. So I don't know if any of you know what the app, what to expect when you're expecting. So there's an app. There used to be a book way back in the day that I actually read, but then they had an app, and it kind of tells you like, oh, your baby's as big as, a grapefruit or a blueberry, just depending on the week. And they have one for twins because it's such a different experience. Your children are not growing at the same rate as a singleton, as that's what they call when you have just one, which I learned. Spectrum is getting 15, so I did a 10 and a 5. Subscriptions, I did take what we filled up for March to the bank to pay those, and now we are stuffing for April, and the subscriptions is going to get 20. So that app was very helpful. But one of the biggest parts of advice was just keeping them on schedule and keeping them on the same schedule, which is so much harder than you think. My they're very different. My daughter, she would just go to sleep on her own. She didn't want to be held or rocked. And actually, sometimes my son crying would put her to sleep. You would look over and she'd be knocked out. He, on the other hand, he is definitely more cuddly. I mean, she's cuddly too, don't get me wrong, but he liked to be put to sleep. But I will say, like, they're great, and then they're great sleepers. I did start trashing. Oh, sorry guys, skip. T-Mobile cell phone is going to get 60, so I did a 50 and a 10. That's why it's so hard for me, like, talk and do this, but I want to kind of give you guys more of an insight into actually the twin mom life and just me. So trash and water is going to get 33. So um, I actually, let's do a 20, a 10, and 3 ones. I actually started sleep training the twins at 2 months. So that was big because let me tell you, those first couple of weeks, Vision's getting 5. I'm just adding a little bit more to Vision, but this is almost done. And I do have my appointment for Vision next week. So I will be getting my new prescription, which I'm sure I desperately need. Vivint is my alarm system, and that is going to get 13. Let's see, that's for the monitoring. I own my system outright. I don't have to pay for that. It's just the monitoring every month. So that's everything from my high priority binder. So one of the things I do want to tell you about my new wallet, like the rings on this wallet are so big and I absolutely love it. And I'm like, man, this would be such a perfect binder for my high priority because look at the thickness difference in these. And you know how tightly packed this binder is. So hopefully I'll be able to switch out and get another one for my high priority. Okay, so that is everything from that. Let's see what we got. So we had 1089 minus 9. Oh, I think that's the right one. Okay, so we still have 710. Okay, so next up will be my lower priority binder. Okay, so we're gonna go straight to clothing. We definitely have been using this quite a bit. So I want to put in $20. Nothing major, but just want to keep trying to fund this as much as I can, keep something in there. Costco is going to get 25. And let's do a 20 and a 5. So one of the things with sleep training, if you have little kids and you've done it, you already know, or if you haven't, I think one of the things I remember, oh gosh, it's been so long, but was the dream feeding. So dream feeding is pretty much, oh, I'm going to add something to daycare. I'm going to do 25 to daycare, is feeding them while they're sleeping. So that actually, it's kind of like you giving them one last feeding right before you're going to bed, and that will give them a longer stretch of sleep so they don't wake up. Like it definitely helps. I don't know quite how to explain it, and I might not be explaining it correctly, but I will say it definitely helped. My daughter did start sleeping through the night first, so I didn't have to do it long with her. Family Fund's going to get 15, a 10, and a 5. But my son, I would get about 6-hour stretches from him. And then the doctor told me, hey, you're going to like cut his feeding, cut his middle of the night feeding when he was waking up. She said, because a lot of times with boys, it becomes habit. And I was like, oh, because I had that struggle with my 2 older boys. Health is going to get 10. Let's do a $10 bill. And so she was like, it's going to be hard. She was like, even just try giving him water. Nails is empty, but we're going to add 40 to nails. And I will tell you, it probably took like a week of just him waking up, him crying. And of course, like it hurts your heart to hear your baby cry and you just want to like, no, I just want to give them what they need. I think this is everything from this binder. So that's everything from my lower priority binder that we're stuffing. So we had 710. Let's see where we are. Okay, we got 575. Okay. But after a week, he started sleeping through the night. So I would say probably about, he was about, I think it was about 6 months old. Both of them were sleeping through the night. It was the most amazing experience, especially if you're sleep deprived and, because even when they're sleep, like, a lot of people say, oh, sleep when they're sleeping, but you can't. Like, you're trying to get all the things done. Emergency fund, we are going to put in $300. That is going to, oh, I didn't even bring out my binder, guys. I'm doing this from memory from my budget spreadsheet that I've done. And I was so excited about this. So this is the long-term savings binder. We are going to put in $300 in emergency, and that is going to get us to our $1,000 emergency savings, which was our goal. But I'm not going to pull the money out of the account like I've done previously. I'm just going to move it over to my high yield savings account that I have with Ally. And also month ahead, I love continuing to build this one up. We're going to do 200 and month ahead. Again, that's just going to be moved over to that bill account. And that's just going to help me just continue to get it ahead on my household expenses. So that is everything from my long-term savings binder. Next, oh, nope. Almost forgot my special occasions binder. And guys, I did get my new envelopes that I told you guys I was going to put in here. So let me do, hold on. So we have 75 left. So not much left, but we are getting close. So birthday's not getting anything. Valentine's Day, no. Easter, I do want to put it, it's empty. I did get like candy for, more so for me and my son. So Easter is we're just going to add another 20 just in case there are any last minute things I need. So just do a $20 bill. And then now we have Mother's Day in here. So we want to stuff for that because that's coming up in May. So we're going to put in, okay, yes, I'm not sure why it stopped, but unfortunately it stopped recording on me. So in our special occasions, I actually already wrote it down. We got our new envelopes. I'm putting in 20 for Easter. We are doing 10 for Mother's Day, which is one of our new envelopes. 5 for Memorial Day, which was one of our new envelopes. And Father's Day is now in here. We're doing 5 for Father's Day. And July the 4th, we're doing 5. And last up, I'm putting in $5 into gifts. And that is everything from our special occasions binder. And lastly is my favorite binder, our savings challenge binder. The only thing that I will be putting in for this one. Okay, guys, I was wondering, something just did not look right to me, and now I know why. So we're going to scratch out this. Oh, goodness. Telling you guys, like, it's just a rough week. So we are actually going to be cash planning for $14.75, and we're going to be pulling $9.75 out the bank. I kept looking at my numbers like, this seems really low. I know I have more that's supposed to come out. Okay. Okay, guys, let me just do the calculations really fast to get us where we need to be. And then we'll have figured out where I'm off. So let's see. All right. Okay, so okay, I think this is right. Let me just double check. Oops. Okay. Yeah, I was like, we are definitely missing some money. Okay, so we have correct number 145 left, and that's for our savings challenge. Okay, so we are going to put in, I told you guys that I want to prioritize the diapers. So we are actually going to be putting in $50 into our diaper savings challenge. So I'm just going to do 150. So just make sure I'm staying on track. Next up, we are going to be stuffing spring break. And I think getting close to being done. So we're going to be putting in $70 here. So let's do a 50 and a 20. And last up that I want to stuff, and this is birthday. And that's going to get 25. So let's do a 20 and a 5. Boop. And there we go. $0. We got there. Guys, I don't know why. This is just very hard for me because I'm so used to using Excel. And then I guess I'm just forgetting things as I'm doing it. But we got there. We got it done. We got it all worked out. So I will be going to the bank and I will be pulling out in cash $975 for week 3 of March. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Please leave your comments if you're struggling down below, if you're struggling with time change, either with yourself or your kids, and what things you're doing to try to get through the week. Also, if there's illnesses, what do you do with your toddlers? But until next time, please make sure you subscribe, hit that notification button so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And until next time, guys, bye.